on a cool, brisk, moist evening in Austin, Texas. It's time for Texas baseball. The Longhorns come in 3-0. It's the home opener for the Longhorns against the Roadrunners of UTSA. Good evening, everybody. Keith Moreland along with longtime big leaguer Greg Swindell. And Zeke, when you looked at the weekend for the Longhorns on the road, they get a sweep, but it all starts with starting pitching, and the starting pitching was outstanding.
There couldn't have started any better with a 3-0 start in Houston against Rice. Bryce Elder on Friday got things going and pitched well into the 6th inning, and the bullpen threw well in that series too. You see Cole Quintanilla coming in there, but also they got some big hitting. You always talk about the slugging percentage, and there it was this weekend. They got the 5 home runs and extra base hits all weekend long.
Well, they only hit 250 for the weekend, but when you slug 500 as a team, you're doing a really good job, and they played extremely good baseball. It's been a long time since this team has found a way to sweep the opening weekend, especially on the road. It's first time at Rice since 1994.
Yeah, first time for the Texas since 2009. We talked about the starting pitching there. 1.47 ERA on the weekend. That's how you're going to win games over the weekend. Go 3-0.
Well, you look at it, UTSA, the Roadrunners really got off to a good start. Their first-year head coach making the move across town from UIW, Patrick Hallmark, over to UTSA, and Kawina Pack came into town. And when you look at them, they were in a regional last year as well.
Yeah, well, UTSA, they had the same thing that Texas got over their weekend at Rice. They got good starting pitching. So the weekend, the starting pitchers right there, 3-0. 19 innings pitched. They only give up 6 hits and under a half a run a game. That's going to win a lot of games as well.
Well, I just think the 6 hits by starting pitching over 19 innings of work is unbelievable. For the Roadrunners of UTSA, under the direction of a first-year head coach, Patrick Hallmark, he's done an outstanding job. He and David Pierce know each other very well, have been on a staff together at Rice. Did a great job at Cornick Word for a couple years, moves across town over to UTSA. And you look at their lineup tonight, a lineup we don't know a lot about except the top of this order. And Zeke, I tell you, Leighton Berry has gotten things done offensively at the top.
Yeah, you see the batting average, 2 hits over the weekend. He did have, he led the team over the weekend in RBIs, but that's where it gets started. That's how Texas did their games. They jumped out in front all 3 games at Rice, and that's what Leighton Berry tries to do for UTSA.
Well, you look at it, and for the Longhorns tonight, you see Cole Quintanilla taking the mound. This is a young man that has said, hey, I'd like to start. I'd love to be a starting pitcher. He has come out of the bullpen most of his career. You know, Cole has got a big frame, and he's about 24 months out from Tommy John, so that makes a huge difference.
Well, it's huge. It's huge. You feel everything is there. The fastball is 92 to 94, a good breaking ball. Working on a 3rd pitch. You know, if he wants to be a starting pitcher out of the bullpen, you can have just the 2 pitches. As a starting pitcher, you might need a little more. But yeah, he says he wants to start, and right now gets that opportunity in the first game of the season here at the Dish.
Well, he has made an appearance. He came in out of the bullpen in Friday night's opener at Rice, did a nice job out of the bullpen. The difference, Greg, over the course of your career, you've been in the bullpen, you've been out, you've been a starting pitcher for a lot of your career, you've come out of the bullpen. What are the main 2 differences in the 2?
Well, I think for now, for Cole, he knows he has a schedule. He can throw a bullpen in between. Well, yeah, he did throw over the weekend. They didn't need him to start over the weekend there. But you get into a routine of your weights. You get into a routine of throwing a bullpen. You get into a pregame routine. Now, as a relief pitcher, kind of the same thing, but you have to really know your body and know how much you need to throw before the game, because you might be up in the 1st inning, might be up in the 4th inning. It's just a different mindset, and you have to learn to pace yourself as a starting pitcher more so than a relief pitcher, where you could just come in and let it all go.
And the last thing I would ask you, you know, a lot of times guys can come out of the bullpen with a fastball slider. Sometimes you need to add a 3rd pitch when you go to the mound starter.
Oh, yeah, as a starting pitcher, definitely. I mean, Mariano Rivera only had 1, but that's an exception as a relief pitcher. But for Cole, he does need to come up with that 2nd off-speed pitch. We talked about the good breaking ball to go with the good fastball. Now, if he can come up with a changeup or something more slider, changeup type pitch to go in his repertoire, it's going to help him.
You can look at the weather. It is chilly. It is cold. It has been raining most of the day here. It is going to take a cannon to hit it out here to left field. Wind blowing in. It's gusting at times up nearly to 20 miles an hour. First pitch of the ball game from Cole. Up and away to a fastball to Berry. We talked about having a really good series to start the year for the sophomore from Houston.
Some loud Roadrunners here.
Fouled off left side, out of play. Well, this is a team came to Austin last year and found a way, trailing 6-0, to come back and win a ball game 10-7.
Yeah, they fell behind 6-0 the first few innings, so had a lot of game to claw back, and that's what they did.
Quintanilla upstairs.
A lot of times with the cool weather, the breeze, sometimes it's tough to get a grip on the baseball. You got to use the rosin, use other things.
On the ground, through the left side by diving Staley into left field. Just like he did over the weekend. Good start for the Roadrunners.
Got the count, 2-1 count. Got a fastball down and just hit it right by Murphy Staley down at third.
Yeah, Staley up for the bunt. You're not sure with the leadoff guy. Couldn't get to it. Infield has played well. We're going to talk a lot over the course of these first few games of the year about the middle infielder with 2 freshmen up the middle. As Dylan Rock steps in. Upstairs. I always felt like if you haven't started since, he was an excellent high school starter at Cedar Park, was Cole Quintanilla. But it's probably been since then, he hadn't had many starts. Can you get jacked up a little bit too much knowing you're going to get the ball all day long?
Just the home opener. Yes, you can. Yeah, it's not hard. You got to breathe. I mean, the fastball's there. It's jumping, but you also have to know yourself. Know, hey, I need to calm down right here.
A 2-0 count here. Berry from first. You'll see a new scoreboard, a new time clock. We have the time in between innings, but you also now, in the stretch, have a clock working, and they're going to use it because it's going to be in conference play. We'll get to it after this 2-0 delivery here. As catches the outside corner for a strike. But in the stretch, you're going to have a clock. It's going to be 20 seconds. Well, the one thing that I would say is I don't know that's going to speed the game, because if you're not sure what you're going to do and it gets down to 6, throw a pick and it restarts the clock.
Or step off.
Yeah. On the ground, Faltini gets to it. It's going to be a difficult play across his body. Couldn't make the play. Good effort, but it was going to be a difficult play. That's going to be an infield knock. Back-to-back base hits for the Roadrunners.
Now hit hard. With Faltini playing double play depth up the middle, has to go to his right and just can't get enough on the throw. Just offline.
Faltini did everything he could do to get to it. Just couldn't come up with it. Sturgis steps in. First baseman. Opponents only 3 for 22 this season against Longhorn pitching with runners in scoring position. First pitch misses downstairs for ball 1.
Good location, good miss right there by Quintanilla. Down in the zone.
Claycomb, the home plate umpire, it's not a big zone so far that we've seen in the game. 10th pitch misses outside, 6 outside the zone, 4 in the zone for Cole. This is a big pitch here early in this game. You don't want to fall 3-0 to the number 3 hitter and have the 4 hitter waiting on deck.
I like how they're down in the zone. You can throw a good fastball here down in the zone, still get the ground ball you're looking for.
Way upstairs, and it's 3-0. That's going to bring Sean Allen out of the dugout to go talk to his big right-hander.
Cole's pitched enough games now here that nerves, I don't think that has to do with it right now, but he hasn't started a game at Texas. So Starting the home opener, yeah, it's cold, it's windy. A lot can be going through, and now all of a sudden you give up a base hit and then a cheap little infield hit. Now you fall behind, so a lot of things going through his mind right now. Good job by Sean Allen going out and just he's telling him right now, just relax, those strikes, you're fine right here. It was first inning.
Conversation is over with the 3-0 count to the Roadrunner first baseman. He'll step back in. In there for a strike. Don't think the runners will be moving here, Greg, especially with a pitcher that's struggling a little bit with the strike zone. Don't think you'll see guys in motion here.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a strike and swing and a miss, you still have a 3-2 count and got your 3-hole hitter up.
The 3-1. Foul straight back. Had a good hack at it. And just like he said, get it back to 3-2. Now it's a different ball game.
Roadrunner fans behind the home plate living up to their mascot's name, Rowdy, right
now. Long look in this time.
I wouldn't imagine anything else but a fastball could become a 3-2.
It was a long pause there. Sturgis finally stepped out. Now he steps back in.
Haven't thrown a breaking ball in the ball game. 13 pitches in.
The payoff. Rip foul into the screen. By the way, a new screen here for those fans who are used to coming to the Dish. New screen around the home plate area. Very tall, protecting the fans all the way down to the end of both dugouts. So it is rather tall and brand new.
Also up top for the ones that carry them back.
Breaking ball stays upstairs, ball 4. Bases are full of Roadrunners with nobody out.
Very tough in that situation. You've thrown 14 pitches and then you go to a 3-2 breaking ball. That's not easy to do when you don't have the feel for it early in the ball game.
Thornquist will step in. Nick. Chopped on the ground, foul. Actually, it is Griffin Paxton is the pinch hitter. He's the designated hitter from West Texas, 6'3", 205 pounds. Now ahead in the count. 0-1 on the ground to his left. Staley with a good play to get an out. That's a nice job diving to his left just to get an out.
Yeah, really good job. Another ball not hit hard, but just enough for Murphy Staley to have to dive for it to his left, stayed with it. And fortunately for Texas, able to get the ball to Brendan Dixon at second base and get an out. Now you still have the double play in order and can get out of this inning.
So runners at first and third, one across in the frame. As Thornquist steps in now, the senior from Flower Mound, Texas. Nick off to an outstanding start. Drove in 3 over the weekend, 4 for 8. RBI situation right here. Quintanilla set the 1-0 delivery. Good slider that time, had him out in front.
A lot of the stats that we'll throw at you, most of the season first pitch strikes in this first inning, just 1 for 5 for Cole Quintanilla.
Yeah, and when that happens, you end up giving up runs. in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. The Roadrunners have one swing and miss in the inning, and that's it.
It was on that slider that you saw Cole throw 2 pitches ago. He's way ahead in the count right now. Look for him to go back to that pitch.
Got him.
And that was it. Got him with a 1-0 slider. Swing and miss. Comes back to it 1-2. Perfect location.
Well, he started it out like a strike and then broke it off the plate. Exactly right. Chance to get out of it, just giving up one as Taylor Barber will step in. From Argyle, another senior, right-handed hitter. Good location there, swing and a miss.
You've seen many sliders in your life. That's one of the toughest things to pick up as a hitter, because if it's tight like Cole's is tonight, it looks just like the fastball.
It comes out of his hand, you think it's fastball, and then it breaks away from the barrel. Checks the runners. Slider catches the corner again, and quickly it's 0-2. It's found the feel of that pitch now.
Yeah, that's a like I said earlier, you threw it 3-2. You haven't thrown it all game, and now he's got the feel for it. Feels more comfortable with that slider than the fastball.
Yeah, he's thrown 5 consecutive pitches within the strike zone. Runners lead. The 0-2. Right down Broadway, got him. Looking. Back-to-back strikeouts. Ends the frame. But not before the Roadrunners get on the board and take a 1-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the first, 1-0 UTSA. David Pierce in his 4th year as the head coach at the University of Texas. See his record there. First year as a head coach that he has missed the NCAA tournament was 2019. And look at the Texas lineup. A little bit different. We've seen a different one almost every game, but the one guy that's been the constant in this lineup, Zeke, has been Zach Zubia. He's been outstanding.
Well, you can tell he put a lot of work in. He's really worked a lot with Troy Tulowitzki on the mental side, and you've heard him talk about it after the games in Houston. That's really tough to, you can get down on yourself, but if you stay mentally tough, yeah, it's just 3 games in, but he's looked awfully good.
Yeah, he sure has, and they're going to be facing tonight, who's been staked to a 1-0 lead. What a name, outstanding name, Pepper Jones.
Pepper Jones, see there, the junior out of McKinney, 5'11", 185 pounds. He came in from Navarro Junior College. Just an inning, 1/3 of an inning on the season, and got a strikeout in that appearance on Sunday against Quinnipiac.
And he'll be facing Austin Todd, a senior from Round Rock. He's done a nice job in the leadoff position. 4 for 13.
Something the Horns haven't done this season is chasing. Now they're down 1.
Yep, they have played with the lead. They scored in the first inning, all 3 games in Houston as the visitor. Now they'll come to the plate for the first time trailing in a ball game here in the bottom of the first. Todd steps in. First pitch misses downstairs for ball 1. I told you this is a tight strike zone.
He's already asking too, where is it? He's there down.
So
almost a downer if you're on the mound and you get that call to ball. Come right after. That's your best fastball.
yeah, it's hard for everybody out here too. Not only the pitcher, but as a catcher that I'm trying to lead you out there, Zeke, and all of a sudden I catch a pitch and I go, well, where's that?
You want strike 1.
Where's that? 1-1 to Todd. Tied him up inside.
Pretty good little heater by Pepper too.
The 1-2. Upstairs. Got it by him. Nothing fancy about this.
Oh, no. There's 5 pitches, 5 fastballs. Hit it if you can. That one a little wide of the plate. Also tries to protect it. Can't do it.
That'll bring Duke Ellis to the plate. Duke with an outstanding weekend down in Houston. 417 on the year. Got 5 hits and 12 appearances. A couple of extra base hits. Scored 3 times. For the senior from Nacogdoches.
You see anything different? It looks like he stands up a little more this year. Hands are quiet.
I think he's got his hands a little lower than he had last year. I think he feels like he can create a little more juice that way. Just outstanding numbers, as you can see right there. First 3 games on the road. This is outside. Peppers is filling up the zone. Didn't chase, and the count evens.
Tried to go get him to chase away, try to get him to chase up. Only place he hasn't tried is in.
We have not seen him go to an off-speed pitch. Here's his 10th pitch of the game. Didn't need to. Got the fastball by him. Back-to-back strikeouts.
This one catches some of the plate. Duke just can't catch up with it.
Over the weekend, the Longhorns, you look at their total numbers, had 15 strikeouts and had 10 walks. Those are pretty good numbers. Zach Zubia, a junior from Richmond, will step in. What a weekend he had. Drove in 6 over the course of the weekend. Off of the end, in the infield. Underneath it, puts it away. And 1, 2, 3 go the Longhorns in the bottom of the first. 1-0 UTSA. February 27th, 2019, Texas hosted UTSA, and Zach Zubia got him off. Zeke to a great start. Hit a home run, and the Longhorns had a 4-run lead at the end of 3.
And Texas would jump out eventually to 6-0, but UTSA would scratch their way back in it.
And you know, they land with a big hit, and then coming in, shutting the door in the 9th, and walking away with a 10-7 victory. They won lone trip for the Roadrunners to UFCU Disch-Falk Field last year. We go to the 2nd. Cole Quintanilla out for a 2nd inning of work. With the Roadrunners up 1-0. Chase King will step in from the left side.
We saw first inning, Cole struggled with the fastball, found the slider. I think it's important this inning to find that fastball.
Junior from Deer Park, 6 foot, 205 pound. Good location there with that heater. Some Roadrunner fans that are having fun. This ball back up the middle. Valtini to his left. What a play to his left. Outstanding to get the out. True freshman shortstop.
After the alumni game, we talked about things to look for, and one of mine was the young kids up the middle. That ball hit off the end of the bat, but look, he's all the way on the second base side of the bag. Throws across his body on the run with a strong throw. And gets him right there. That's an outstanding play.
Yes, it is. To his left. Foul back. Texas had some miscues in game 1 down in Houston, but they have not made a miscue in the last 3 ball games.
21 straight innings.
Joshua Lamb with a big hit last year in that 10-7 victory here in Austin.
Notice how a play like that, as a pitcher, that ball's hit almost between your legs, so right back up the middle. You're thinking base hit, and now your freshman shortstop makes a play, puts a little more on that fastball, and now he's ahead of the hitter 0-2.
Well, it's got to be a huge pick-me-up if you're a pitcher and you think, oh, I just gave up another base hit.
A leadoff base hit.
A leadoff base hit, and somebody makes a play behind you. Oh, 2 on the ground. Staley has it. Across the diamond. 2 quick outs here for Texas and Quintanilla in the second.
And when you show your fastball, you get your fastball over the plate, and the slider has been unhittable. That one that hung out over the plate a little bit, but as a hitter, you're looking for the good fastball or the good slider, and he got away with one right there.
Yeah, it still moved enough to get it off the barrel. Quintanilla misses there. Serdasny, Shane from the Woodlands, sophomore. 6 foot, 200-pounder. Stairs.
This is where you just throw a belt high one and say, here it is, hit it. You got 2 quick outs. So you don't
Hit it to left because it ain't going.
Throw it down the middle, let him hit it.
Didn't get the call there. It's 3-0. Well, you know, as a hitter, Greg, I realize that it's a tight zone. I start taking more pitches. And no,
you're going to have to throw it down the middle eventually because of the zone.
What was the difference between the 2-0 and the 3-0?
That was about 2 inches.
I don't think it was that much. One was a strike, one was a ball. That's the difference. The 3-1. Catches the corner and the count goes full.
36 pitches for Cole now in an inning and 2/3.
The 3-2. Gets the outside corner and gets the call. 3rd strikeout for Quintanilla. 2nd looking. 1-0 UTSA.
Who am I? I'm a sophomore outfitter at the University of Texas. I'm a sucker for rom-coms. I've moved around 5 times. My family currently resides in Florida. And I'm also a huge fan of Disney movies, Tangled being the best. And who am I? I'm Eric Kennedy.
He's listed from Tampa, Florida, but when you spend some time with him, he talks about, yeah, I've lived a lot of places.
I got him beat by about 32. He said 5 moves. We moved a lot too. I'm with you on that one, Eric. But rom-com, wouldn't have thought that.
I didn't know that either.
I'm kind of a rom-com fan myself.
Leading hitter, returning leading hitter from the 2019 squad, the sophomore. He'll step in. He's been hitting in a few different positions in the lineup, in the 4th spot tonight. So he steps in here against Pepper Jones, who's just filling it up with fastballs.
Right. Wow.
Having a conversation. David Wiley. There is.
We got a warning.
We got somebody gets Got to get a letter to the principal.
Yep. Actually, he's talking with Matt Martinez down there.
Is that
he's
who?
going to talk to David White.
Not sure what the conversation.
Could be something maybe where the pitcher's foot is on the mound, or maybe it's not on the rubber.
Right. A
You
little
never
bit
know.
in front of it.
Yeah. That's the only thing I could think of, because the strike pitch was a strike. And then the conversation started.
It's been with Martinez. Now it's with Wiley. And he's had a conversation with Claycomb, the home plate umpire, when he was in the dugout about the balls and strikes. So Coach Pierce has made his way around here.
Make sure you have a microphone. Yeah.
We get a chance to look at this again and see the pitch from the beginning. See him coming in. It looks to be on the rubber there, and much closer than the previous pitch. I don't think there's anything with that.
Right.
So we're back to play.
Could he be jumping towards the
Maybe
home plate?
in front of the mound. It's one that it would have to be the third base umpire would be the one that would see that. So we're back to play. The 0-1 to Kennedy. Stairs, and the count evens. Doesn't get the call.
That's one. The 15 or so, 14 pitches that Pepper's thrown, he has not come inside. So if I'm hitting, I'm going up there looking out over the plate.
You're right. It's something you can extend on. Got it by him right there.
Never catch up with it though.
The count evens at 2-2.
Yeah, all fastballs in the game so far for Pepper Jones.
Misses upstairs.
16 straight heaters.
The payoff to Kennedy. Outside ball 4. So a good start for Texas.
You got the fastest runner on the team to lead off and get on the base.
These 3 guys here in a row all can really run. Altini will step in. Trey, the freshman, Longhorns shortstop, has already made an outstanding defensive play. First hit of this young man's career, a big fly. It's a good memory he will remember.
Had a few of those, wasn't it?
Yeah. There was. Fastball misses inside.
Brendan Dixon's first hit was a home. Doug Hodo's first hit was a home.
New, with Coach Pierce coaching third, Philip Miller at first. We'll get into it, but his new signal system that the Longhorns are using. The 1-0 upstairs. Coach Pierce will give signs. He's looking down. Everybody's wearing a sleeve, as you can see it on Coach Pierce's. And it's all dedicated 3 numbers. He'll go through the 3 number systems. You'll look on the card, and he'll tell you what's going on. The system has worked really well in the first 3 ball games. I think it's sped up. And, you know, if you can read numbers, you shouldn't miss a sign.
Yeah, you should never miss a sign.
So unique system. Out to the mound here. Have a conversation. When you've been filling it up the way that Pepper Jones has been filling it up, and all of a sudden the time off for the discussion.
And you just wonder what the conversation was about. I mean, maybe he was doing it.
Something.
I mean, it just changed up his delivery a little bit because, yeah, he's been wide of the zone. And that's what Coach Hallmark is out telling him right now. Let's get in the rhythm. Let's keep pounding that zone. Also waiting.
Yeah, he's waiting. He was waiting to get his conversation in with the umpire here, and that's another part of it. That way, you can have one. I think that does two things, Greg. One, his players get to see he's defending them.
Sure.
Two, he's getting his point across without making a scene that half the fans don't realize that he's talking about them.
He's not showing anybody up. Pepper Jones liked it. Got a smile on his face, ready to go.
Martini steps back in. Kennedy from first with a good lead. Not going downstairs. And it's 3-0.
UTSA has action in their bullpen. Cole McKay starting to get loose.
Not back on the mound yet.
He's letting it go.
3-0 in there for a strike. So
Well,
six.
Tell me if I'm wrong, have we ever had a number 0 at the University of Texas?
It's the first one I've seen. 7 out of 9 pitches outside the zone as of his last 9 pitches. Good time to run here. Kennedy with a good lead. There he goes. On the right side, back out of play. Wouldn't be surprised to see Kennedy on the move again.
He got a good jump right there, 3-1. No reason why he can't 3-2 with his speed. Get a good jump, a single can score.
He's off. Popped up in the infield. Lamb, Wynn really pushing it back in, and he's under to put it away for the first out of the inning. That tells you a little bit about this breeze tonight.
He went back about 6 steps, where the ball brought him back in about 6 steps forward.
Douglas Hodo III. We call him Doug. From Bernie, 6 foot, 188-pound freshman. Another guy. His first career hit, a big fly.
Well, I played with his father here, Doug Hodo. And so we asked Douglas, we were calling him, what do you like, Doug or Douglas? And he told us, I like Doug. So there we go, Doug Hodo III.
Kennedy creeping out again. He's always a threat to run. Not going. By him. And it's 1-1 to Hodo. You can see the hitters. They look down and look at that band, get their numbers. I think the system works quickly. Couple of looks, not running. Inside with the fastball. Good hit and run count, if you want to put it on here, for Texas. Jones looks in for his sign. There goes Kennedy. Hit and run, foul back, out of play. We'll do it again, 2-2. Now, if he's in motion, it's straight steal.
A lot of times when you have speed like that, green lighting.
Hodo digs back in. Pepper set. out of play. That's the first one we've seen reach the stands. The screen has been knocking a lot of them down. Jammed in the seat. Somebody get it. Now give it to the young man. There you go. Double play depth in the infield. Fastball inside corner, strike 3. Hodo didn't think so. Third strikeout.
There are times when you can get confused as a hitter too. He just took one right in that same location for a ball, and now the umpire is going to call it a strike. So you just don't know. After seeing it, we know.
Yeah. Salas Ardoin will step in. Walked 3 times in his first start. Popped up. Moss Bluff, Louisiana. Sam Houston High School, 5'11", 200-pound freshman. Been excellent behind the plate. Looking for his first career knock. Maybe he can get it right here. There goes the runner. Throw to second. Into center field. Kennedy cannot advance with a stolen base.
Got a good jump. You see right there. A few steps. Looks back in. Ball just short hops.
Barry tried to pick the short up. The ball comes in. When you're trying to make that tag, Greg, you come off of the short hop pick to try to make the tag. Couldn't corral it. Now a runner into scoring position with 2 outs for Texas. Popped up. Wynn's going to play havoc with this, bringing it back in. Left fielder coming in is King, puts it away, and that ends the inning. Texas gets a runner into scoring position. Comes up empty through 2. 1-0 Roadrunners. These 2 guys, the 2 head coaches here tonight, Zeke, you know, they've known each other a long time. You have to go back a decade where they were on the same staff with Wayne Graham at Rice at the same time.
Yeah, they've known each other for a long time, probably going all the way back to high school days where David Pierce was at St. Pius in Houston. Pat Hallmark was at Westbury High School in Houston. We played them when I was at Sharpstown, so I know they go probably back to high school.
So we go to the top of the 3rd. Cole Quintanilla out for his 3rd inning of work. Tried to check his swing and could not, and went around. Did Barry, who singled to left and scored his first time up. Quintanilla's next pitch, dynamite tilt right there. I love that tilt.
Well, it's double. It's got tilt and it's running away from the left-handed hitter. We talked about the first 5 hitters of the ball game. Cole Quintanilla just had 1 first pitch strike, and the importance of throwing strikes and getting ahead. The first 3 batters of the ball game all reached base. He threw 8 balls and 7 strikes. Since then, he's faced 6 batters. None have reached base. 17 strikes and 5 balls.
Be ruthless, as you can see on his glove. The 1-2 didn't get the call in the inside corner. This is when you're a starter and this is a position you want to be in. You've gotten through that rough patch, and a lot of starters, Greg, and I don't know why they have that rough start at the beginning and then they get comfortable off the end of the bat foul.
Well, you get a feel. I mean, a lot of times out of the bullpen, you know what's working, what's not. Well, all of a sudden I'm 5-6 pitches in the ball game and I got 2 runners on. And I don't have time to find the feel, and then you get out of it, you get an out, you get a great play by your shortstop. Now things start to fall in place.
2-2. Speed misses outside and the count goes full. Well, I have gone down as a starting catcher with pitchers to warm them up, and I have gone and told managers, you better get somebody up. And then when they got to the mound, their stuff got really good.
Something about that 2-minute, 3-minute break. where you're thinking, okay, I need to get it right or I'm not going to be in there long.
Pitches downstairs, 7-pitch walk to Berry to start the third for the Roadrunners.
After jumping ahead 0-2.
Brings Rock back to the plate. Infield single his first time up. Rock steps in. Good speed at first. And Berry. Downstairs. Ball 1. 6 for 12 this season is Rock. Driven in a couple. Scored 3 times. He's got 4 stolen bases. He can flat run.
They have 5 as a team over the weekend. He had 4 of them.
He's close to being on the all-name team too. Dylan Rock.
Oh, I got a Pepper Jones.
Oh, we got
Dylan Rock.
some good names. The Rock steps back in. Good lead at first. Not going. Hit well down the left field line, but it's going to hook foul. It just becomes a long strike. Souvenir. You're going to pay the price on a cold night? Deserve a souvenir.
There you go.
Horns at double play depth in the infield. The 1-2 delivery. Chop foul.
Just had him pull that one down the left field line. The slider
Set up for
a great pitch for it right here.
Yeah, it's set up
in a
for
location. You get the strikeout, or you can get the ground ball and try to get you a double play.
1-2. Got him. Just exactly what you talked about, Greg. Went to the slider and got the strikeout.
Once you have a hitter, I mean, at every level, if you have a hitter aware of something coming in, and then you have the ability to throw that one right there. Great pitch and a great job of executing the pitch.
Sturgis will step in. He walked his first time up. You can see those first 3 batters since then. 4 strikeouts and a walk.
Okay.
Dress.
Hope it's insulated.
I like his tie. Popped up. Going to be a difficult play. Wind's going to play a factor. Altini in underneath it. Puts it away. Those are never easy on a night like tonight.
You played many a game with wind like this.
There was a few breezes at Wrigley. That'll bring the DH to the plate. Griffin Paxton reached on the fielder's choice, drove in a run his first time up. Throw over into the runner. That didn't feel good.
No, it didn't. If anything, saved it from going to the fence.
Paxton is driven in 4 this season. He steps in here. Hit pretty well. Wynn will hold it up. Ellis has a beat on it. Quintanilla out of the third. 1-0 Roadrunners.
Baseball on Longhorn Network is presented by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Speaking of, we always say that's the view from Lowell's office. We want to wish him well. A little bit under the weather. Logo Endo not with us tonight. Get well and get back, partner.
Hold that camera still.
Yeah. He was up in his office. Out for the bottom of the third, 1-0. UTSA Roadrunners. Brendan Dixon will step in, true freshman from Argyle, up in the Metroplex area, the southwest of Denton. 6'1", 195-pound freshman. He went around. And the count evens at 1-1.
Yeah, there was no ass down to first. It was either called to strike or swing.
Dixon digs back in. Pepper Jones out for his third inning of work. Popped up. Tough play. It's going to be the third baseman coming down. Ooh, just barely holds on. Does Barber. Just got enough of it. Watch the end of this, folks.
It's up there for a while. Keeps his eye on it. Concentrates, gets it right in the palm. Almost popped out of there.
Sure did. So Dixon retired. Murphy Staley will step in. Boy, Staley had a great welcome to becoming a Longhorn. Pops his bunt up. Tolquist able to put it away. So 2 quick outs here. When you're a fastball pitcher, what happens?
He's throwing mainly all fastballs in this ball game. I think we might have counted 1 or 2 or all fastballs. They've been, yeah, a lot of fly balls. You got five fly balls there, 3 strikeouts.
Back to the top of the order. Todd, a strikeout victim, his first time up. Couldn't catch up to that one. And it's 0-1.
But on a night like this, you're doing Pepper Jones a favor by chasing that one up there, because really the only thing you can do is hit the ball in the air, which you don't want to do tonight.
Not to left. Took that fastball there for a strike. Quickly, it's 0-2. Might get some help on a ball right down the right field line. Get a little carry that way, but boy, left and left center, it's going to be held up. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. This is a good high fastball right here for the 4th strikeout of the game, and just climbed the ladder. The totals, third of the game in the books. Glad you're with us. Opening night at UFCU Disch-Falk Field. Longhorns trail here 1-0. It is brisk, it is breezy. And Cole Quintanilla out for his 4th inning of work. Keith Moreland and Greg Swindell with you. First pitch ripping. Thornquist rips that to left. The 3rd hit of the ball game for the Roadrunners.
On that first one does Nick Thornquist. Fastball running him right back the inner half of the plate. Drops his hands, drops it to left.
That brings Barber to the plate. Third time in 4 innings that the leadoff base runner has reached base. It creates offense like that. Taylor steps in. He was a strikeout victim his first time up. Swing and a miss on a slider.
Right back to that slider is Quintanilla.
Barber's driven in 2 this season. He scored a run. Longhorns at double play depth in the infield. Throw over. Those catchers love when pitchers throw over. You guys throw over your catches. He thinks I can run.
Keep him going.
He thinks I can run. He just doesn't know.
This one might actually be able to.
Okay. there's a difference, isn't there? Breaking ball. Tate for a strike. It's 0-2 to Barber. That's 9 straight pitches in the strike zone for Cole Quintanilla. On the ground, could be 2. Staley to Dixon. He's out, couldn't make the transition. You know, there was contact there, but no call on the automatic double play, but they do give the out.
Yeah, you don't like it as a second baseman when someone comes in, but the runner right there, Thornquist, is going right into the bag. You go directly into the bag. It looks like he might have landed right on the left ankle right here. Yeah, just kind of took him out, but he's going into the bag, which is perfectly legal.
So the fielder's choice brings Chase King to the plate. Now they're going to have a conversation. You can review this to see if there was the contact was an automatic double play, but you have to give a runner the opportunity. They'll have a meeting here, but I think you've got to give a runner an opportunity someplace to slide to the bag. If you're in the baseline, you're not giving the runner any place to go.
It looks like, to me, from the replay we see right here.
See, he's right in line right there, and he's going straight into the bag. I think the contact's incidental.
Yeah.
That would be my thought. They are going to go to review this. So Quintanilla will have the opportunity to throw on a cool night, keep his arm looks, and they're going to go back, and our guys will put a replay together for him. But this is my first initial view of that. It felt like he slid straight into the bag. The young infielders, one of the things that always felt like you need to think about doing is either moving catch the ball going back or come across and give some space to allow the runner a place to slide.
Use the base as your friend. I mean, if you're on the backside of that one, yeah, you want your momentum going towards first for the throw.
But he's sliding straight into the bag.
He got him with his back leg. Hit Brendan's front leg.
Yeah, you can see that's a straight path. That's a great picture right there to go over what we were talking about. He had
directly into the bag.
He went straight into the bag. So I don't think this will be. Shouldn't take long. Quintanilla continues to lightly toss, and here come the guys back. We'll get the call. Runner is out at second base, and the hitter is safe at first base, so it stands. And that'll bring Chase King to the plate.
First time through the order, Cole was 3 for 9 first pitch strikes. Second time so far, 5 for 6.
Yeah. And in one stretch, he had thrown 9 consecutive pitches within the strike zone. King steps in. Grounded to short. His first time up, an outstanding play by the true freshman shortstop, Martini. First pitch in there for a strike.
6 for 7.
Outfield pretty much straight away, not very deep on a night where the ball is not carrying. Nice job. Did he go on a breaking ball? They appeal. He did not. Count evens. The big right-hander set. Just threw it by him right there, and it's 1-2.
That was a little tardy.
You see that, Greg, as a pitcher. It's hard for me as an ex-catcher not to call the fastball again.
Well, you don't want to throw a breaking ball in there because, I mean,
you're speeding his bat up.
Right. You've already thrown it by him. Try to throw something inside by him. Tried to slide it back leg.
Yep. That's a nice play by Odd One. That's not an easy pick. Quintanilla set, 2-2, want to make it happen here. This is outside and the count goes full.
Texas just had action in the bullpen. Tristan Stevens, this is his role right here with runners on. He's been really good at that.
He's come into 2 misses already this season and got out of both of them. Runner could be going here. Payoff pitch. Throw over, back to the bag is Barber.
Quintanilla now at a career high with the 3 1/3 innings. 3 was his career high at 60 pitches.
Could get a strike him out, throw him out here with a good pitch. There goes the runner. Strikeout on that end. Throw to second. Ball gets away. Up is Barber on his way to third.
Oh, God.
Throw is into the stands. No, it stays on the screen. But with the throw coming in the screen into the dugout, Barber comes in to score.
Got the strikeout, a good pitch by Quintanilla to get the swing and miss. The throw sails right, gets by both Faltini and Dixon, and a very ill-advised throw right here. Even if it's on the bag, he's going to be safe. And that right there, just not a grip. Sails into the netting. Run scores.
It will go as a stolen base. E2, I would think, on the first throw, and E9 on the second throw allows the second run of the ballgame.
After 23, 24 straight innings without an error, now 2 on 1 play.
Lamb digs back in. The 0-1. Downstairs. Count evens. So 1 in the first against Quintanilla, and then 1 here in the top of the 4th for the Roadrunners. Popped up right side, difficult play. Todd Wynn really pushing this up against the wall, just out of real estate. The fence gives way.
The gate. Right there where the gate opens up, you can see he takes a last second look. Right there. He knows where the gate is, but the ball just keeps sailing with the breeze.
Greg, this ball started out 50, 60 feet in fair territory. That's how far it kept fading away. Todd, okay. Good effort. And the 1-2. Upstairs with a breaking ball. The count evens. The 2-2. Downstairs, and the count goes full. Sometimes with nobody on in a night like that, you can get a little too picky to me. Instead of attacking more, especially with his fastball.
He's had the good one. It took him a little bit to find it.
Got this one elevated. Lamb singles, 4th hit of the game for the Roadrunners.
Time to get ahead. 3-2 in a situation like this. It's a hitter's count to me, and gets one right where he wants it. Really good swing right there.
Well, as a hitter, to take that a step further. I've seen 5-year pitches at least already to get to 3-2. So my timing is going to be in pretty good shape. So Destiny will step in. 4 singles in the game. All have been to the left-hand side, to the left field side.
And all have been by UTSA.
Lamb's got good speed with a good lead. Fastball in there for a strike. So Dashny steps back in. And the 0-1. Good slider there, and quickly it's 0-2.
It's tight, it's late. Hard to pick up. If he can get ahead like he is now, I mean, that is a wipeout slider. It's one that you don't have to waste as a slider. It's that
You
good.
can throw it, try to make it a strike.
Yeah.
On the ground. Across the diamond. In time to end the inning. But the Roadrunners get on the board again. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 2-0 UTSA.
For UTSA, they gave the ball tonight to Pepper Jones. And all he's done is pepper the strike zone with fastballs. In this ball game, he has 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts. Kept the ball, has kept Texas hitless, and see right there, comes off after 38 pitches in that 3rd inning with a lot of emotion. 3 innings, nothing across, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, all fastballs by Pepper Jones.
Yeah, he is just reared back and let it go. He'll face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Zeke here in the 4th inning, Longhorns without a base hit, and trail 2-0. Bunted on the ground. This is a base hit. When it gets by that pitcher right there, it's going to be a base hit. Duke Ellis has the first knock of the night for the Longhorns.
Reach out to get it, but perfectly placed. Pepper Jones not immediately going after it. By that, cost him the base hit. Duke was giving a little something going by first.
He did.
Trying to get everybody up. Now he wants him down. What's he want?
That brings Zubia to the plate. You know, we were going to get to the point as the Longhorns have been really good in the first 3 innings so far this season. Now they've been shut out tonight without a base hit. Now that's their first hit here in the bottom of the 4th as Zubia steps in. In the first 3 games of the year, in the first 3 innings of each of those games, they scored 8 runs and had 11 hits, did the Longhorns. This is inside to Zubia. Activity in the Roadrunner bullpen. In the dirt, gets away back to the screen. Ellis down to second base with a big turn. And the Longhorns have their first runner in scoring position of the night.
On the first breaking ball of the game. Or is that just a fastball and just straight down in the dirt?
Issued a pass ball. It's a tough pass ball when it hits the dirt. That could be changed. Nobody at second base for the first time in the game, so you could see Jones that time looking in Thornquist, the catcher, trying to make sure we were on the same page.
Oh, yeah.
What are we using with a man on second? (2-0), hit on the ground to short. Lamb across the diamond in time. Ellis took a shot right there, got away with it. Lamb having that conversation with Barber right now about, ooh, could I come? And
Well, you don't want to risk it right there. I know. Well, either way, Duke Ells risked it going. And you risk throwing the ball away, possibly the ball getting there with the runner. Duke does not get a good jump. There's plenty of time right there.
There was.
Momentum going a little bit towards second base. You have a 2-run lead. Now you have an out. If you give up a hit here, it's just a 1-run lead. So you got the out. Now we're having the conversation on where to go with Pepper Jones.
Maybe making a move.
He has signaled for Cole McKay.
Yeah, Pepper Jones a little bit right here. He did an outstanding job. He went 3 1/3, allowed 1 hit. We'll give you the new picture when we come back. We'll have more Texas baseball and LHN, a special Wednesday game. Don't have them very often. That's tomorrow, 4 Central, when the Longhorns take on Lamar right here at the Dish. You can watch Longhorn baseball all season long right here on LHN or live on the ESPN app. You look at Pepper Jones, really did an outstanding job. Didn't throw many breaking balls, kept his team in the game, allowed 1 base hit, a bunt base hit.
Did you say many or any?
Yeah, any.
42 pitches, 42 fastballs by Pepper Jones. What? I've said it before. I really believe you could pitch an entire game on fastballs because hitters are looking for breaking balls, thinking you might throw one. But what a great job by that young man going into the 4th inning.
Can't close the book on him. He's still responsible for Ellis at 3rd, but still pretty good line.
Just the 1 hit, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts in 3 1/3 innings. And now Cole McKay, see the senior from Spring Branch, Texas, 6'5", 203 pounds. Made his Roadrunner debut in the season opener. Faced a minimum of 1 1/3 innings, walked 1, struck out 3, allowing a hit, not allowing a hit or a run.
So infield probably back here in the 4th inning as McKay finishes his warm-up pitches. Eric Kennedy will be at the plate. Greg told you. A tall young man. Spring Branch. Smithson Valley High School. Transfer in from Abilene Christian and LSU. Barber is up at 3rd. The rest of the infield is back here as Kennedy steps in.
One reason Barber's up, Kennedy's speed.
Yep.
He could also lay one down. If he does, he might have a chance to get Duke at home.
Eric steps in. Okay, comes set. Popped up left side. Wynn gets a hold of it. Pushes it on top of the dugout of the Roadrunners. And the ball in the air tonight is a difficult play. Most of the time you think a collegiate player at this level should catch a fly ball, but tonight it's just.
There's big leaguers that have trouble with this one.
Okay, set is 0-1 delivery. I always felt when guys have that a real long pause when they come to the set position are always vulnerable to balking. Instead of, you've got to come set and stop, but McKay has come set, and he waits a long time before he delivers the baseball.
Well, there's a lot of times when he's trying to get the grip on the ball. I mean, sometimes they could call a balk on that because you are set and your glove's moving.
I would concur. Barber still creeping in at 3rd. Now Sturgis creeping in a little at first. The 2-1 to Kennedy.
Started to ask for timeout right there.
Good hitters count now to the sophomore. Eric steps back in. Way upstairs, ball 4. So outstanding speed on the base pass for Texas.
And at the dish.
And at the dish. Faltini is really difficult to double up. 250 on the young season for the true freshman shortstop. Roadrunners will be at double play depth in the infield. Popped up his first time up. Fastball in there for a strike. It has been a night of fastballs by UTSA pitchers.
Still haven't thrown a breaking ball.
No. Okay, set. To right, and the Longhorns are on the board. Nice piece of hitting. Got in on him a little bit, going the other way. Drives in the first run of the ball game.
It really was a good pitch out there by McKay, but enough up for Faltini to handle right there. He's able to drop his hands in just enough. Shoot it into right field, got the RBI, got the horns on the board, and still got 2 men on.
1 out in the inning. Brings Doug Hodo to the plate. Strikeout victim against Jones. His first time up. Really tough guy to double up. Kennedy at second, Faltini at first. Excellent speed on the base paths. Downstairs for ball 1. First career knock, a homer. He's driven in 1. He scored a run, obviously, on the homer. .1-0 delivery in there for a strike. Boy, these freshmen made an impact over the weekend down in Houston. Just look at them. Dixon homered for the first time. Faltini homered for the first time. This young man right here homered.
Looking for something out over the plate right here. Something drive to the outfield with his speed and with the speed on the bases. Could be good for the Horns.
Misses in, and it's 2-1. You can see the young freshman made impacts. Plus, the defense by the top 2 in the middle of the infield was really good.
Well, that's the biggest thing. I mean, you know they can hit. They've done that the entire life. It's can you slow the game down at this level as a freshman and in the middle infield? That's 2 of the most important positions on the field.
2-1 delivery. Inside, and it's 3-1. Good hitters count right here for Hutto. Outside, ball 4, that loads the bases. So excellent speed on the base pass, and they're loaded. Hardwine will step in.
2 walks, 2 singles for the Texas this inning. 1 across, a big hit right here is what Silas Ardoin is looking for. We'll have another mound visit.
We could have a pitching change here. Mark on his way to the mound. Teaching moment right here. Anytime you get a guy that you can tell he's got good stuff. He's pitched well in his first outing, and you make a move because he's struggling with command. And, you know, you don't want to take the energy away from a pitcher. But for me, that was a good moment of teaching right there, saying, you know, this is why I'm having to do this, is your inability to throw strikes.
Yeah, you came in inning in the 3rd in your debut as a Roadrunner and pitched well in the first game of the season. And now you come in here, it's a cool, windy night. You can't really get a grip and really struggled with command. I mean, we've seen all fastballs by UTSA pitchers today, so it's sometimes tough to find that grip, and it looks like could have been the problem for Cole McKay right there.
So you've got an opportunity to see Cole Quintanilla tonight. I don't know that we'll see him when we come out for the 5th.
Yeah, he threw out 60-plus pitches, 4 innings, a career high for him. So, yeah, he's done his job. He's thrown 4 innings in inter squad. He hasn't done that in a game in his first start of his career tonight. So you got 4 out of him. That's all really you can ask for tonight. You might have wanted more, but with the conditions and some of the control issues early, it took him a while to find a feel for it. But when he did, we saw command of the fastball, good movement on the fastball, and also the slider. I mean, that one had a little more depth to it, but most of them were hard to pick up. They were tight, they were late, and he worked through some things in this ball game to get through 4 innings.
Yeah, and I think that's important, that note that you said. He worked through it and gave his team an opportunity to maybe come back here and get back in the ball game. 3rd pitcher of the night for the Roadrunners is a sidearmer,
Hunter Mason.
Hunter Mason. Mason's making his 2nd appearance of the year. 0-0 record, no ERA. He has earned a save. He went an inning and 2/3. Struck out a batter, did not allow anything else. He's a senior from Bernie, and he comes in here, and from this angle, sinker slider, you can almost bet on it. You don't have to see many scouting reports when a guy drops down from the side.
And we talk about a lot, Zonk, that, yeah, the last 3 outs of the game, you have a 2-run lead or 3-run lead. Yeah, you get the save right there, but in the 4th inning, you got the bases loaded. You're going to bring your guy in who has movement on the ball. You got Silas Ardoin, not saying can't run, but could hit a ground ball, get you a double play, and get out of this inning. You could save the ball game right here.
So we're ready to go again. Longhorns trying to get this thing tied up here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 3rd pitcher of the game is Hunter Mason. Bases full of Longhorns. Silas Hardwell steps in. First pitch in there, first strike.
Call these guys slingers. They're slinging it up there.
Probably got a sweeping breaking ball to go with it. Roadrunners at double play depth, looking for 2. Didn't get the call there. And the count evens at 1-1. Now we're going to have the second warning of the game as their note to the principal, to the dugout for the Roadrunners. Put out what the count is, what inning it is. I want to know where the principal's notes go.
There's a box somewhere. He's just clapping and smiling.
Count even, 1-1 here. Mason comes set, checks the runners. Fly ball right field, hit well. This has got a chance. Going back, this is off the wall. With the great speed on the base pass, 2 runs will score, throw to the plate, not in time. Texas takes a 3-2 lead. True freshman, opposite field, 2-run double.
1-1 count. Gets one out over the plate, gets good extension, keeps his head down, got it up. Just carried. See the right fielder out there, Dylan Rock, was played shallow. This one just kept drifting over his head. 2 runs scored. Doug Hodo had to slow up to see if it might get caught. He's at third, so the Horns second and third, but now have a 1-run lead.
First base hit of his career gives his team the lead with a double. Almost Ardron. We talked about that. It's the one direction where you were going to get some help. Zeke, if the ball got in the air, he hit it on the head of the bat and it just kept carrying. Dixon, infield back here. Chance to crease the lead. Breaking ball, catches the outside corner. It's quickly 0-2.
That's one you don't see very often from that angle. That was a tight little slider. That didn't have much of a sweep to it.
First extra base hit of the night. First career knock. Go ahead double. These young guys are making an impact. All 3 hits in this inning, all 3 runs for Texas. Dixon steps back in. Laid off, the ball downstairs, and it's 2-2. This is when you work on contact. You don't have to do a whole lot as a hitter. A ground ball to second or to short, and you've added a run. Breaking ball misses outside.
You start that one over the middle of the plate, you might get a swing, but that one started away and kept going away.
Count goes full. For time. Now steps back in. Fastball catches the outside corner. Big strikeout right there for Mason.
Perfect pitch. In a big situation. So it starts away and floats back over the outer half. What a pitch.
We're going to have a pinch hitter for Texas. Coming to the plate. It's Cam Williams. Odessa, Florida. Transferred in from San Jacinto. 6'2", 295-pound junior is the pinch hitter.
got a little pop.
In there for a strike. Williams steps back in. Swing and a miss. Quickly, it's 0-2. First plate appearance for Cam Williams. His Longhorn career right now. The 0-2. This is outside. Changed his arm slot a little bit that time. Got a little higher up.
Ball didn't run as much. Still a good location, though, off the plate.
Downstairs, and it's 2-2. Long look in. Mason set. Williams set. Foul back. Count remains 2-2. The 2-2. Hit hard to left. On his horse, can't come up with it. King could not come up with it. Williams rounds second, on his way to third. The relay to third. In time to get him. But not before two more come across for the Longhorns. Fastball out over the plate, gets on top of it. Boy, he turns this win around.
Outfield playing in, gets by him. He goes to second. 2 runs will score. I think we might have a review on the play at third on Cam Williams.
Chance to see it for the first time. Williams going in, diving toward the bag. You know, if he caught him, the glove on the way down, he got him. We'll say it right here, did he catch his hand? If he caught the top of his wrist, he had it.
Looked like if he did, it had to be on the top of the wrist.
Yeah. This is going to be what? Chance to see it one more time. Left hand is going to be coming toward it as he dives. Does it get the top of the left forearm?
Hard to tell from
Hard to tell from that angle. The call on the field is out. Chance to see it right here.
Kind of an awkward little belly flop there for Cam.
That caught
angle, it looks like it got him on the wrist.
Yeah. But the Longhorns at this point
can't tell from that.
Can't tell from that one. At least a 5 spot on the board. Maybe threatening for more here at wanting the review. So, big inning for the Longhorns, regardless. Waiting to see what happens. Now here comes the call. As it comes out, it is out at third base, and that ends the inning. Not before damage done. 5 runs on 4 hits, and the Longhorns take a 5-2 lead. As the Longhorns put a 5 spot up in the bottom of the 4th inning, they get 4 hits in the inning, including 2 extra base hits by new players. And coming into the game, his 3rd appearance of the year is Tristan Stevens. We'll give you Tristan's numbers shortly, but let's take this opportunity to go down and visit with the head coach of the Texas Longhorn, Coach Pierce. I tell you what, 2 more young guys or new guys getting big hits when you needed them, Coach.
Yeah, I really like Cy right there. I mean, he stayed inside the ball. I mean, that's a tough matchup with that sinker baller. He just did a nice job of staying in the middle of the field, and then Cam did the same thing.
Hey, Coach, Cole getting his first collegiate start tonight. Your thoughts on how he did for his 4 innings?
I didn't like his start. I liked after he got through the first. I just thought he was kind of feeling a little bit. I may be wrong, but I want him to be a little bit more aggressive as he starts the game. But at the same time, he pitched really well.
Coach, with the rest of the time, you've got 4 more in 5 days. It will be something you'll just use guys the rest of the night. A lot of different guys probably the rest of the night.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how the game goes. Tristan won't be in a long outing, but he could go up to 2 innings if it goes well.
Thanks for taking the time, Coach.
I appreciate it.
Tristan Stevens, who's been really good. Like I was saying, this is his 3rd appearance. He's been coming in and getting out with runners on and doing a great job. Young man, another one of those guys. He's a redshirt junior recuperating from arm surgery. This ball on the ground out to Dixon. Has it for the first out of the inning.
Tristan last year appeared in 23 ball games and 20 1/3 innings, held opponents to a 205 average. So comes in, and like you said, a lot of situations where with runners on, and got out of big situations last season, and could be his role again this year. But tonight he was up. Bring him in the ball game while he's hot and get him an inning.
Dylan Rock steps in, 1 for 2. Singled and struck out. A chop foul. But the key word, I think, for all of us is when you come out of the bullpen, Tristan comes in throwing strikes.
That's the key to being a relief pitcher. You have to know your situation. When you come in with no one on, it's easier per se, because you don't have to be sharp with your slider if there's a lefty up or a righty up and you're trying to get a ground ball. But the key is throwing strikes out of the bullpen.
The 1-1. Slider to good one. And it's 1-2. He's been that one constant. Sometimes you have to have a bridge. If you get a good start out of your starter, you may have to have somebody to bridge to your guy that may close. He has been all of that so far. One and 2 to Rock. Tough down the right field line. This is going to be for extra bases. Rock on his way to second with a 1-out double.
This ball down and away. Hammers it down the right field line. Stays fair. Not a bad pitch. Just a good job of hitting right there.
Hey, sometimes you got to tip your cap.
Yeah. He made his pitch.
Surgis will step in. 0 for 1 in this one. He has walked. Popped to short. Shift on in the infield. 9th extra base hit of the season for the Roadrunners. First tonight.
You heard Coach talk about maybe he was a little timid, wanted to challenge. Talking about Cole Quintanilla early in the ball game. We saw that, but with runners on, UTSA was 1 for 10, and last 9 hitters he faced, he threw first pitch strikes to 8 of them. So as the game went on and he got more comfortable, he challenged the hitters, and especially with runners on.
Stevens comes set. Inside step move.
Got a big shift on out there.
They do. Dixon right behind the bag at second base. Makes it difficult for you to get a lead. Off with the fist. Humpback liner to Zubia for the first out. Got in his kitchen. Second out of the inning.
Yeah, that's a scary one with the shift on, because if it's 5, 6 more feet to the right of Zubia, no one's there. Dixon's played up the middle. Possible base hit, but floated right back in the glove of Zach. Looked like it might have gotten the lights a little bit too.
Yeah, he had a reaction like they didn't pick it up right away. Paxton will step in 0 for 2. There's an RBI ground out. Opponents have struggled with runners in scoring position against Texas this season. Pitch in there for a strike. Opponents are 3 for 26 with runners in scoring position. Stevens set 0-1 delivery. Good bender. And it's quickly 0-2.
Could have catch that ball first, Tristan. He kind of did a little numb after he delivered it. He walked back, going back towards the back of the mound. And Silas Ordwin didn't get the ball all the way to him.
Fouled off. Do it again, 0-2. I always loved you guys that are on the mound that came toward me. After you finished and delivered your pitch,
Dude, I love me.
if you just took some kind of step toward me, I'd appreciated that on the throwback. 9 pitches in the zone, 2 outside the zone, 11 total pitches for Tristan since coming into the game.
Trying to sink something away from him right here.
On the ground, Dixon to his right, nice play, steps, fires across, and on the bag is Zubia for the out. As Dixon with a really nice play right there, and that ends the inning. Halfway home, and defense a part of it as well, as Dixon to his right gets the out. Just a second, but Coach, I know you can't see it, but we're watching you come up with a big double against Texas down at Reckling Park a few years ago.
Yeah.
It's awful fun to look at. Congratulations on the move over just across town. Talk to us about the transition of making this move.
Yeah, it was easy. I mean, I'm actually closer to my house. I'm 5 minutes away, so it was easy transition other than leaving the guys at UIW. They're a good group of guys, but so that was the only tough part. But really happy to be at UTSA. It's a wonderful place, and really looking forward to the season and years to come.
Coach, I sit up here sometimes and I go, you know what? You could probably throw a fastball every pitch of the ball game, because the hitters are second guessing. And Pepper Jones tonight, I believe, threw every pitch a fastball. What are your thoughts on what he did tonight for you?
He did. You know, I guess it was working there. Their timing might have been a little off. He's got a tiny little hitch in the delivery, so we just stayed with it. He's got a nice little breaking ball and an okay changeup too, but you know, I think Shanahan with the 49ers said it after that NFC Championship game. The run was working, so we just kept running. So if fastball was working, we just kept throwing it.
I hear you.
Now, I can tell that last thing we had, was that your boys on the field today?
Yeah, those were.
Oh man, they were having a blast being out on the field. It was really cool.
It's a great place to be. If you're a kid, it's a wonderful place to come hang out.
Well, thanks for taking the time. Good luck to you the rest of the season.
Thanks,
appreciate you visiting with us.
Thank you very much. Good luck to you guys, except tonight.
His 2 young guys were out on the field, and they were taking infield, taking balls off the bat. They were having a blast.
They were picking it. There we go, right there. Not too happy with the way the bottom of the 4th went, but happy to be here.
Ellis steps in, 1 for 2. As Todd grounded out against Hunter Mason, out for his first full inning of work. The Longhorns with a 5 spot, if you just tuned in the bottom of the 4th inning to take a 5-2 lead.
Didn't have a hit.
Not until the
bottom of the 4th.
Bottom of the 4th. Duke led it off with a bunt single. Called on the outside corner for the strikeout, and Ellis is saying, I did not swing. And headed back to the dugout. Take a look right here. Does he call it on the swing or on the pitch? Here's the barrel of the bat right now. That's a swing. You know, Duke doesn't think it, but the barrel of that bat got past the plate.
He went through, and I think he was more upset when Nick Thornquist had a little word to have with him after that, too.
Second strikeout for Mason. That brings Zubia to the plate. Zach 0 for 2 is popped up and grounded to short. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 2-5-0 for UTSA. 5-4-2 for Texas. Gets the call in the outside corner. Quickly, it's 0-2.
Hunter Mason has that good run that can get underneath the bat inside to a righty, but also bring it back door outside to the righty.
The 0-2. This is outside.
He tried to overthrow that one right there. Ahead in the count 0-2. Tried to put a little more on it, and it doesn't run back.
Well, you get your body open, too. The 1-2. Hit pretty well to center. This ball's carrying a long way, keeps carrying, but stays in the ballpark. You can't hit it much harder than that, but stays in the park. 5-2 ball game.
Hit the gym.
The baseball community across the country lost a great one when John Altobelli passed away late January in a tragic accident. Coach Altobelli, a lot of us got to know him over the years. Great friends with David Pierce and his family, and John's family here tonight at the ballpark, taking in the game. All of our best wishes to them. And Coach Pierce, a teammate of his at the University of Houston. Stevens' first pitch. Coach Pierce made his public statement the day after. You know, it's one of those things that two guys that were college roommates, great friends, and both involved in the game of college baseball.
College roommates. Yeah, I mean, it's such a tragedy when you saw it on television, not expecting anything, and now you find out that your best friend was in it. Wasn't a tough day.
Ball
still
hit
is
to his right. Faltini, what a play! Outstanding second web gem of the night for Trey Faltini.
We've seen Trey go to his left up the middle, and this one a few steps to his right. Goes down, collects himself. That's one thing that Troy Tulowitzki is really teaching these guys is footwork. You got to have the footwork to go with the strong arm, and he showed it all right there.
There may be a review of this opportunity. You get a chance to see it again right here. And he's out.
Yeah, I mean, unless they think his foot was off the bag.
Yeah, get a chance to look at his foot again right here.
But the ball beat him. It's in his glove, and his foot's on the back.
That's just an outstanding play. I believe this call's going to stand as called, but what a great play. You just talked about the same thing about gathering yourself, and that's exactly what Trey did. There's the opportunity again to see this view right there. That view, the ball definitely was there before the runner. Now the back foot is what we're looking for right here.
I don't believe I mean, if he's off, you can't see it from that angle. So nothing conclusive that he's safe.
Third different view right here. I think this call's going to stand. That's my opinion. Great camera work from our guys. But the young freshman, safe or out. That is just an outstanding play to go to the right. Here comes the call, pretty quickly coming back. He is out. Outstanding play by the true freshman from Houston.
And the stretch on the other end. I mean, Zach has not played much first base. To go out to get that, stay down with it.
Stay on the bag.
Stay on the bag. These guys, I was here fairly early today, and they're out working their craft early every day.
Taylor Barber steps in. 0 for 2 in this one. He's reached on a fielder's choice. Scored a run. And struck out. It's 0 for 2 on the night. Run scored. Coach Pierce told us that Stevens would be a guy that probably 2 innings. He looks good right now. Lined right at Williams, who came into the game after the pinch hit double to play third base. 2 quick outs here in the 6th.
Sinking, hooking liner right there. Stayed right with it.
Brings Chase King to the plate. King 0 for 2 in this one, is grounded to short and struck out. I'm not sure what that pitch is.
It's like a changeup.
It does. It did. Had an unusual movement to it. The 0-1. Right back to the mound, step and throw, and 1, 2, 3. Go the Roadrunners here in the 6th. Perfect frame for Stevens. 5-2 Texas lead. In the 4th, the Longhorns got it going. Duke Ellis with the bunt single. First hit of the day. Right behind it, little inside-out move right there by Faltini.
Faltini dropped those hands and put it into right field. And then Silas Ardoin comes up and hits one just off the base of the wall and right. 2 runs will score, and then followed by Cam Williams with a slicing liner to left. 2 more runs will score. Texas will score 5 in the bottom of the 4th. Both take that 5-2 lead.
Both of those, we got some rain coming down now. Both of those, Greg, first career knocks for both of those young men to drive in 2 runs apiece, both extra base hits, as we get some moisture starting to come down for the first time.
Last weekend, first career knocks were homers by 3 freshmen. But now, first career knocks for 2 more doubles, 2 RBIs apiece.
Pitches, misses outside. 2-0 to Kennedy. Eric in the ball game has walked, stole a base, walked twice, as a matter of fact. Stole a base, scored a run. Ball hit pretty well into the teeth of the Breeze. Breeze will hold it up. He put a charge in that. This Breeze tonight, wrong direction.
It always seems like you hit your best bolts and when it's wind like this.
Well, you got to get on top of it tonight. You knew better, Zeno. I'm looking at that because I'm hitting the ball the other way or getting on top. Now, if it's going out the other way, well, I'm upset if I hit a ground ball.
Are you working on your launch angle?
Yeah, you're trying to get that wedge in the air. Young man's had a nice night. RBI single, 2 outstanding defensive plays. Faltini early in the game going to his left. Really nice job staying with it here, Greg. Good accurate throw.
Yeah, across the body. Again, sets his feet to throw across his body with a strong throw.
On the ground to Lamb. He's up with it. Throw across in time for the 2nd out of the inning. So 2 quick outs here in the home half of the 6th. Here comes Doug Hodo to the plate. For Douglas tonight, he struck out and walked. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Now comes back with another one. This one a strike. First one outside the zone, and You're going to think the second one's going to break too much, and it didn't.
That one stayed right there.
Yeah. The 0-2. Just misses. That's 1 and 2.
Have him diving out over the plate, try to run one in, or do you just stay out there with the breaking ball?
See what happens. Breaking ball's what he goes to, and it's 2 and 2. The secret of that surprise is 1-2 to me. Now 2-2, I don't think you can think about it. As a hitter, I'm thinking, well, he's going to come back in with that heater now. Got in on him anyway. Throw to first in time. 1-2-3 goes Texas in the 6th. 2/3 of the game in the books. 5-2 Texas. College baseball back across the country, Zeke, and when you just started looking at some of the games, obviously Texas Tech 4-0, one of the teams ranked up there at the top. Really surprised at what took place at Vandy over the weekend.
Yeah, Michigan's showing that last year no slouch. They're going to come out and get some wins out there.
And then how about 2 big names in college baseball hooking up this weekend, Ole Miss and Louisville.
You got to love that. Ole Miss played well with the powder blues on, but to take the series from the #2 team in the nation.
You know, the Hurricanes and the Gators both across polls have been at all different things. We have them 7 and 10. There's a lot of people think they may be higher than that. That's going to be a good weekend series, this one coming up.
Great weekend series. Florida's proven it lately. Miami struggled, I mean, as far as the polls go and being in the national spotlight, but college baseball is a lot better with them up there in the rankings.
Pete Hansen into the game. Boy, this young man in his first outing of his career was really outstanding. A true freshman from El Dorado Hills, California, 6'2", 200 pounds. Against Rice, his second appearance as a Longhorn. Comes on and face Joshua Lamb, first hitter he'll face.
Hansen had a little bout with mono and wasn't able to throw for a while. Threw in a couple inter squads and then got in the game in Houston. Threw the ball real well. They really liked, you always saw the upside. I mean, size, left-handed, throw strikes. Now, hasn't thrown one yet tonight, but his poise on the mound, everything is there for Pete Hansen to be a really good pitcher.
The 2-0 delivery. In there for a strike. He's got a good bender to go with it. I like how smooth he is. You can see guys coming out of the bullpen last weekend against Rice. The bullpen was really good. This ball back up the middle for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Lamb against Hansen. You know, Greg, when you haven't had the ability to have a left-hander in the bullpen to turn guys around or make, you know, get a lefty-lefty matchup, it's a huge plus to have.
Well, yeah, and Texas had one, Brandon Ivy, the last couple of years, but now they have overabundance. They got 4 or 5 lefties that can throw strikes, and it's early, 4th game of the season, but with the upside, I think that Pete Hansen has. I'd like to see a righty, lefty, righty in the rotation, maybe eventually.
Yes.
In this season.
Well, what that, you know, the other part of that, it does, all of a sudden, it changes the opponent head coach and what he might do in his lineup, where he might have, you know, a guy struggles against a left-hander, might have to get that guy out of the lineup. So you force the opponent to make a move. Ball popped up. Todd has a beat on it for the first out of the inning. So back to the top of the order here in the 7th. For Barry, he'll step in. Could have a pinch hitter. Barry was 1 for 2 in the ball game. He had singled and scored in the first and walked.
Looks like Hunter Grimes has a bat, swinging it around.
And this is what you got, a left-handed hitter scheduled, so it forces the opponents to make a move. Take maybe an everyday guy out to go to somebody different. Hunter Grimes, sophomore, will step in. Kerrville, Texas.
It's also one of their starting pitchers. Won 5 innings over the weekend. Gave up just a couple hits and a couple runs.
1 for 4 on the season, has scored a run as an offensive player. Hansen set, the 0-1 delivery. I like that bender.
He's got the tighter one. I mean, he could throw a couple different ones. Good changeup. He's not afraid of throwing strikes.
One for 13 on the ninth with runners on base are the Roadrunners. Have gotten some base runners, but not been able to move them up very often. Good pitch right there. Right over the top of it. Comes up with the strikeout. Dynamite pitch.
Whenever lefties can get under the barrel, under the bat with the breaking ball, it's sharp, it's late. Just disappears right there.
You go out after it as a right-handed hitter, and all of a sudden you're chasing because you see it starting to move, and you just can never catch up.
You're just trying to make contact.
Yeah. That brings Rock to the plate. He's had a good night. He's doubled, singled, and singled. First pitch swinging. A couple of guys on now. The tying run will come to the plate here. Go out, have a little conversation. 2 young guys on the mound. You want to make sure you're on the same page with a runner at second base of what sign you're going to use. Of course, sign stealing, major part of what's going on in the world right now.
Not the old-fashioned way, though.
Yeah, the relay from second. That's been around forever.
I think Abner invented that one.
Time called. Now we're ready to play. Sturgis digs in. He has walked, popped up twice. Upstairs with an off-speed pitch for ball 1. Did he call that a strike? It is a large zone.
It turned into a large zone.
Ripped down the left field line, but hooked foul.
As a pitcher, that's the one you're lucky. That one stayed up.
Yep.
Just got in just enough
Where he
for him to
couldn't
pull
keep
it
it
foul.
fair. He couldn't keep it fair. The 0-2. To right. It's in for a base hit. Coming up, here comes the throw to the plate. Could be a play at the plate. And he's out at the plate. Dynamite throw. Austin Todd to throw him out at the plate.
There's been a couple throws tonight that have gone astray, but this is a bullet right to home to cut the runner down. The Hornets still lead 5-2.
The young guys, oh, they're newcomers. One of them is a junior, but they have made an impact.
Tonight they have, was out in the 4th inning, with Faltini with the RBI single, and then a double by Ardoin and a double by Cam Williams. Horns put up a 5 spot.
We got a new pitcher into the game. Zach De Leon. He's a 6', 215-pound junior from Hondo, Texas. Transferred in from San Jacinto College. And Shane Gutierrez is in at second base. So he is the new second baseman. A couple of new players for the Roadrunners as we go to the bottom of the 7th. 5-2 Texas lead. And it will be for Texas. Seven, 8, 9 due. One will be the leadoff hitter. He's got one of the big blows of the ball game his last time up. Opposite field 2-run double to give Texas the lead on the night.
First appearance of the season for De Leon.
Another guy from the side. Difficult, you know, on right-handed hitters. Off of the fist, going to be a difficult play. Comes across, not in time. Trying to cut in front. Barber was trying to make the play that time. They're going to give him a base hit.
Got in front of it. Had to rush the throw a little bit. Sailed up the line, but good hustle down that line by Ardoin.
It's paid off with a knock. That'll bring Dixon to the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. Has popped to third and struck out in his 2 plate appearances. De Leon comes set. Dixon squares early. Bunts it foul at the plate. Still a 3-run ball game here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Another conversation where they're bringing everybody in, and I'm not sure what this discussion is about. No sense reviewing. So we go back to play here. De Leon looks in for a sign, now comes set. Throw down.
Ooh, good stop.
That was an excellent stop. Gave his body up, trying to get to it. Sturgis does a really good job right here, Zeke.
Yeah, look at him. I mean, he's playing in for the bunt, and all he does is try to put his body. He's like, whoa, okay, I got it right.
Dixon squares again. Excellent butt up the first base side. De Leon underhands. Give yourself up. 1-3 on the sacrifice.
Well, not an easy pitcher to bunt off of with the 3/4 arm angle. The ball's running. Good job right there by the freshman.
Cam Williams, first at bat as a Texas Longhorn. All he did is go opposite field, 2-run double.
Pretty good OPS right there.
Absolutely. Outside for ball 1. Williams steps back in. Longhorns have been out hit 7-5, but lead on the scoreboard 5-2. Todd awaits on deck, a right-handed hitter. Hit pretty well to center, but in this breeze, playable. Tagging. Hard one, throw to offline and into third. 2 gone in the inning. Back to the top. Austin Todd 0 for 3 in this one. Over the weekend, Austin 4 for 13, but every opportunity he had with a runner in scoring position, he took advantage of it. He got some awful big hits. A couple of times guys didn't score, but he got hits in those scenarios.
Check to see if he left early.
That would be the only thing that I could see. They're going to take a review to do just exactly that.
David Wiley getting his money's worth tonight.
They are wearing out the video screen. Williams hit this ball pretty well, but tonight it's not going to go very far.
It'll still travel if you get it down a little bit more, but a lot of the ones that Texas have hit well have been up in the air.
See, he's back to the bag there.
He's on the bag.
He's
the
on
ball's
the
in
bag.
the glove.
No. Top 3 hitters in the lineup have struggled tonight. 1 for 9, 4 strikeouts. Ellis, the one hit, is a bunt single that started the first hit of the game that started that 5-run fourth. Call stands. He did not leave too early.
Pepper Jones had been throwing the ball well. Texas trying to get something going, and Duke Ellis was able to do that with the bunt single. Led to 5 runs.
So the senior from Round Rock steps in. De Leon's first pitch, breaking ball, stays inside for ball 1. Got to start looking ahead now a little bit. We still got a lot of ball game left here, but tomorrow afternoon, weather permitting, supposed to have a lot of rain in the area. Lamar Cardinals come to town. That's a special start time, 4 Central Time. And there's going to be a Correa in the ballpark.
And another Ardoin.
That's exactly right.
Silas's brother plays for Lamar. Father Danny played a little bit in the big leagues. I'm sure it'll be a family affair tomorrow.
2-1 to Todd. Afternoon baseball here on LHN. That hit it. So that'll put runners at first and third here for Duke Ellis.
Ball running in. Sometimes you just can't get out of the way, but if you're going to get hit, that's the way to do it.
In the shirt.
Just off the jersey.
Off of the shirt. We told you Duke got it all going back in that 4th inning. 5-run fourth. With a bunt single. 1 for 3 tonight. Way outside for ball 1. A left-hander up and throwing in the Roadrunner bullpen. upstairs, and it's 2-0.
Corey Boudreaux is the lefty in the pen.
Good hitters count here for Ellis. Outside, ball 3. Zubia waits on deck. Chance to separate yourself in the ball game right here. Way upstairs, ball 4. So that'll load the bases for Zach. 0 for 3 tonight. Leads the Longhorns in RBIs with 6. RBI situation here. Scott Shepard, grandson of Cliff Gustafson, who's in the ballpark tonight.
Coach still here?
I'm not sure if he's still here. But out, pitching coach out to talk to his right-hander. You know, Greg, I ask you this a lot about pitching because to me, hitting is so much rhythm and timing. You get out of kilter, it's really difficult to get back into that scenario. Coach Gus up in one of the boxes. But is a pitcher's the same way? Can you get out of rhythm and timing a little bit, separate your hands too quick, or is it as easy as hitting can go away in a heartbeat?
Well, I think the time of year has a lot to do with it. First game of the year for Zach De Leon, the weather. I mean, a lot of things can go into it. So, yeah, you can easily get out of kilter. As the season progresses, if you have more appearances, sometimes there's not an excuse. You just don't have it that day.
9 of the last 11 pitches have been outside the zone. As Zubia steps in here with a chance to blow this thing open for Texas. Zach steps back in. The right-hander De Leon set. Breaking ball in there for a strike. This is an unusual stat. Zubia leads the club with 6 RBIs, but does not have a hit with a runner in scoring position this season. That means
hit a homer
or extra bases. Scoring them from first.
Hit a double with a runner on first. Yeah, because all 3 of his hits, right, have been extra base hits.
Ball downstairs. Count evens at 1-1. Two sacrifice flies, 2-run homer, a double, fielder's choice RBI for his 6 ribbies. Best pitch of the at-bat to hit right here, more than likely. Got a 2-1 count. No, he doesn't want to go to 3-1.
They look out over the plate. When he's come in, he's been off the plate, either the lefties or he hit Austin Todd. So look for something out over the plate. If he comes in, you get hit, you'll get your 7th RBI. Like that.
Second hit by pitch batter of the inning, and the Longhorns add to their lead. Now 6-2 ball game.
That one didn't feel good. Get him right off the knee or the shin in this weather. Ooh.
And that's going to lead to a pitching change. Hallmark headed out to the mound. He'll go to the bullpen. Longhorns have added to their lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. We'll give you the information on the new pitcher when we come back. 6-2 Texas lead. Texas men's basketball team will be in action tomorrow night right here on LHN as they take on the TCU Horned Frogs at 7 Central Time from the Irwin Center. Like everything else, it's available on the ESPN app, so you can watch it anywhere, anytime. 6-2 Texas lead here as we play in the home half of the 7th inning. Strikes have become so important in this game. Early in the game, Texas struggled with that, and that's why they were down 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, it can happen. I mean, you got a pitcher that's making his first start. Don't have a feel for it. Took him a while to find it, but once he did, he started throwing the ball well, and the guys have come out of the bullpen have thrown the ball really well.
Yeah, Tristan Stevens outstanding again.
Yeah, again, I mean, he knows his role. He knows how to get ready, when he comes in the game, the opportunity when you get in the game to throw strikes, and Tristan Stevens has been very good.
Last one I would talk about is Pete Hansen.
Well, I mean, you like him because of his size and left-handed and pitchability. Pitchability meaning he knows how to use the slider, he knows how to use the fastball, in, out, up, down. He's got the makeup to be a good one.
Well, this is the opportunity right here to blow the game wide open as Longhorns have them loaded here. And Eric Kennedy coming to the plate.
Well, in the inning, they've had a single, a couple hit by pitches, a sacrifice bunt, so they haven't done much. And if you could find a way to get that big hit right here and really separate it.
Jacob into the game, hometown out of Houston.
Got crossed up right there.
Yeah, you know, you would think, you would hope that before you left as a catcher that you would have the signals right. Menace, 6'2", 225-pound junior from Galveston College. He didn't get a whole lot of pitches. We weren't sure he was warming up, so he might have got the 8 on the mound, and that's about it. The 1-0 to Kennedy. In there for a strike. You know, in the summer or when it gets warm in the spring, as relievers, you guys all, I've watched all of you play catch, get your arm good and loose. It didn't take you long, but when it's 48 and raining, it takes a little longer.
A lot longer. No, because you condition yourself where you throw before the game or you play catch with the outfitter in between innings. I mean, you could have done that during this game, but yeah, in weather like this, it's not easy.
2-1 pitch coming to Kennedy. Pop back to the screen. Count evens at 2-2.
Bullpen comparison in this ballgame is on for UTSA. 3 1/3 innings. They've given up 4 hits, 5 runs, walked 3. The Texas bullpen, 3 innings, just 4 hits, 0 runs, and 1 strikeout.
And then is set upstairs. And the count goes full. The runners will be off with the pitch here. Ellis with a running start to second base will score easily on anything into the outfield. The payoff to Kennedy. Got him. Swing and a miss, ends the inning. And not before damage done by Texas. They come up with an insurance run, and they lead here 6-2 as we go to the 8th.
I can't believe they charged me this much. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
When money's tight, CashNet USA is there to help with a quick online application and instant decision.
Go to CashNetUSA.com now.
A little moisture coming down on Old Glory and some wind going with it and some temperature falling.
It's not going to get any better.
It is a cool night in Central Texas, to say it, but how about the bullpens tonight?
Yeah, I mean, Texas has done a great job. You see right there, the 3 innings, 4 hits. Tristan Stevens and Pete Hansen have done a really good job in coming in out of that bullpen, and that's the main thing. They haven't walked anyone. They've thrown a lot of strikes coming out of the bullpen.
We have a pinch hitter coming into the game, and Hobbs Price is the freshman from Fredericksburg High, battling Billy as he steps in.
Would that be a goat?
Battling Billy Goats from Fredericksburg. And is getting closer to bud on the peach trees this time of the year, out in Fredericksburg. Hansen. Swing and a miss. 4 for 9 on the year with a homer is Price.
He'll get, as you get older and mature and throw that pitch more, he'll be able to control that back door to righties. He has the ability to go under the bat right, but if you can start that ball a foot off outside and bring it back over.
It's ridiculous how hard it is to hit, because you give up, you see it away so quickly as a right-handed hitter. The 1-2. Didn't get the call, and the count evens at 2-2.
Just inside, but hit a spot. I mean, it sets up everything else. Just because you missed that one, now you can come back with something soft away, or you can go back under the bat with the slider.
The 2-2. Got a piece of it, keeps the at bat alive.
So now you don't have to go in with it. Now you can drop that slider on the plate.
Price. Outside corner. Down on strikes.
Had him looking for something in right there. Put the fastball right on the outer half. It's a hitter you think it might be up, but too close to take with 2 strikes.
Got enough hop there, too, that it's really difficult to get on top of that. Marquis steps in. I like his tempo, too. Second time we've gotten to see Hansen. He gets the ball and gets ready to go.
He's confident.
Yeah.
When you're confident in your ability and you're confident in what you want to throw, why wait? Why wait? Why sit around?
Throw into the dirt coming back to him. He needs a new baseball. There's some moisture in the air here.
Second pitch for Pete Hansen. He's thrown 17 in the zone. That's when you're a young pitcher. If you're coming out of the bullpen early in the season, that's what Sean Allen and David Pierce want to see. They want to see strikes. You're going to get another chance to get out there, and that's the one right there that's on the plate that just has some serious bite on it. This one's not the one that's down back legging. Watch where this one ends up. On the plate. Yeah, you look at your bat when it's over and like, where'd it go?
Yep. Eight strikeouts versus 2 walks as a staff tonight for Texas pitching. Barber, 0 for 3, has scored a run. Off of the fist, Faltini to his right. Another great opportunity, picked on the other end. Both guys, outstanding by both, as you can't do it any better.
Understanding the situation, off of Cam Williams' glove. Right here, a little tip. Use the turf to your advantage. Zubia with the pick.
Trey Faltini outstanding tonight defensively. Up the middle the first time. Big time play. Second one in the hole. Uses that strong arm. And then Zeke, this last one.
Yeah, he didn't have to one-hop that one. This one right here, though, gets his feet. A strong throw, but used the turf, and a great pick over there by Zach Zuby. And how many times do you see it, Tom?
I don't know how it works out that way. There's 9 hitters in the lineup that could be coming to the plate.
But no.
RBI single tonight. The run scored. It's popped to short. Single to right. Grounded to short. To right, playable for the first out of the inning. That'll bring Hutto to the plate. Hutto looking for his first hit of the night. He has walked and scored. Sandwiched around a strikeout and a ground out. Upstairs. Two and 0. 6 runs on 5 hits. Texas is really taking advantage of that hit count. Back out of play.
They got the 5 in the 4th inning. Had a couple of walks in that inning. Around some base hits.
Yeah, and around a couple 2 baggers. Foul right side. Count evens.
We're going to hand you this little group of UTSA fans that have been behind home plate. They've been there the entire game and cheered their team on.
And it is not a warm night in the ballpark. Upstairs, and the count goes full. Ball 4 and a 1-out base runner. Odd one. Striding to the plate. He's had a big night. 2-run double. Singled and scored. And has flied to left. That double gave the Longhorns the lead. His first career knock. First career RBI. And it's a go-ahead 2-run double.
See some of that Hutto speed right here.
It's time. It's that point of the game where still close enough that you can run. There he goes. Popped up. Difficult play. Sturgis can't come up with it. Wynn really pushing this ball, Greg.
Well, it pushes it. He's holding the runner on. Now he has to look in, see where the ball is hit. And then he has to run 30 yards to try to catch it over his head with the wind blowing. Not an easy play right there.
So it's a strike, and it's 1-1 with 1 out. Good time to run again here, 1-2. Ball back. Hutto had a big lead right there. Did not go.
He gets about that half step on the green turf.
Right side. Off of the new training facility down the right field line. What a beautiful facility down that way. J. Down Brown Family Player Development Center.
Some smart people in there watching the game.
Warm.
Warm.
There goes the runner. Pitch is high, throw to second. Not in time. First career stolen base.
Throws there, tag is on, but then the ball just pops out right at the end.
Just didn't hold on to it. Breaking ball in there for a strike. First strikeout.
Good at bat. Yeah, the results weren't good, but he battled, fouled some tough pitches off, and then gets this one that stays just on the inner half.
Dixon will step in. Sacrificed his last time up. 0 for 2 on the night. Breaking ball stays inside this time.
Ducked that one. He didn't see the break on it.
Two and 0. Just threw it by him there. Don't forget, more Texas baseball tomorrow. 4 Central Time, special start time. Right here on LHN as the Lamar Cardinals come to the dish. Three and 1 to Dixon. Foul back. The count goes full. Dixon asked if that's a strike. I never asked an umpire in my life if it was a strike or not. If I swung at it, I want it was a strike, right? Yeah. Payoff pitch coming. Downstairs, ball 4. Longhorns trying to add some insurance here in the 8th. As Cam Williams comes to the plate, he came on as a pinch hitter. A big 2-run double. His first hit as a Longhorn. Fly deep to center his last time up. Way upstairs for ball 1. Hit batters and base on balls here in the second half of the game for UTSA pitching. In there for a strike. Count evens. Roadrunners jumped out on top, led 1-0, scored another one in the 4th, went up 2-0. Longhorns came back with a 5 spot in the bottom of the 4th. Take a 5-2 lead, added some insurance in the 7th. Ball downstairs. It's 2-1 to Williams. looking to add some here in the bottom of the 8th. Downstairs, and it's 3-1. You work to get these counts. Something you can drive. In there for a strike, and the runners will be off here, 3-2. Foul back, off of the screen. We'll do it over again, 3-2. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming.
Both Williams and Ardoin putting up good at-bats in this inning. Hoping for better results this one.
Got the call, and that ends the inning. 2nd strikeout. Longhorns threaten but don't score. We go to the 9th. 6-2 Texas lead. 2-8-0 for the Roadrunners of UTSA. 6-5-2 for Texas. We go to the top of the 9th. Pete Hansen trying to earn a 3-inning save as he came on in the 7th. It's been outstanding, and he'll be facing the bottom 3rd of the order here for the Roadrunners. As King will lead it off.
Is it aggressive hitting or aggressive pitching zone? 25 of the 33 at-bats have been 4 pitches or less in this ball game by UTSA.
Well, I think that's aggressive hitting, but you know, the other part of that is Longhorns throwing strikes. If you're down 0-1, you're going hacking. Gets the call there, and it's even 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Bottom 3rd of the order due. Bullpen, as you gave the numbers earlier, has been brilliant for Texas.
Stevens, a couple. Now into his 3rd inning, Pete Hansen.
Breaking ball and a good one. King over the top of it. And it's 1-2.
You know it's good when it's difficult for right-handers to hit. You can imagine how difficult it is for left-handers to even pick up.
This is outside in 2-2. Looking forward to the weekend too, as after 40 years, Boise State Broncos playing baseball again. Incredible story. Last season, 1980. Out in front of the plate, going to be a difficult play to get it out. Throw to first in time. Well done, Silas. Hard wall. Bouncing out. Much easier play for the catcher than the pitcher.
Well, momentum taking you out. Pitcher has to stop, turn, throw. Silas Ardoin does a good job right here, calling off Pete Hansen. Grabs it with the bare hand and makes a strong throw.
Joshua Lamb coming to the plate. This ball on the ground for the 12th time in the ball game. Ooh, did they get him? Yes, they do. They get a ground ball, does Texas pitching. And there's 2 gone in the inning. Just bobbled it a little bit, but able to get the out.
Just a little not getting a good handle on it. Gets the grip. Big stretch over there by Zach.
Just misses inside. Oh for 3 tonight. Longhorns looking for this final out of the ball game. .0 in their first strike. Seeing a guy that has very good command and attacking.
Well, it goes with poise as well. I mean, if you get out there and you're nervous and jittery and everything's everywhere, it's not. He attacks the zone, he throws strikes, understands what he has, and doesn't try to go outside that. Now this his second game of his career, and we've seen both of them have been really well.
The 1-2. Got him. Comes up with a 3-inning save out of the bullpen.
Went with the slider. See, Ardoin wants it down, but ball stays up. It has good enough depth on it at the end, and the reaction right there by Pete Hansen.
Yeah, it had some depth, but it also change of speeds just enough that it had him out in front on it.
Yeah, I mean, he's got, it's like he can throw it different ways, just different wrist angle on the ball. The tight one down, and sometimes you have to throw him for a strike.
Now, go back and you sort of review what we saw tonight. For Cole's Quintanilla's first start, I think he might have been too amped up. It just didn't look. Now, he improved as the game went on, there, in my opinion, but early in the game, he struggled, gave up that run in the first, but found a way to right the ship.
You start to get a feel for your pitches. The fastball wasn't working in the first, found the slider, that pitch he went with, and then he stayed with himself and was able to find it. Go 4 innings in his first start, so that's good. And his first 4-0 start for Texas since 2009.
And then the next thing that jumps off the page is, that, again, new guys. Some of them freshmen, but just new people coming up with big hits. Their first hit of their careers, drove in a couple of runs.
Yeah, it's 4 games into the season. You're not seeing much nerves and much, the situation's not getting ahead of them. And we'll see as the season progresses. But when you can do this early, it only carries over to games that lead into conference, and it builds confidence in young players.
It's the first time since 2009 that the Longhorns have been 4-0 in the season. Our final score here from UFCU Disch-Falk Field, Texas 6, UTSA 2. Tune in to Longhorn Baseball tomorrow afternoon when the Horns take on Lamar. That's at 4 Central Time. Coming up next is Game Plan with Shaka Smart. For Greg Swindell and our entire crew, I'm Keith Moreland saying so long from Disch-Falk Field.